Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to be helping you set up your Ender 3 S1 Pro printer. So this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to guide you through the process a little bit slower so you don't have to rewind so many times. We're going to stop for a couple of seconds, then go, stop for a couple of seconds, then go. So again, because it can be really challenging having to rewind, especially it's hard to rewind with a lot of these videos. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so in this video we're going to change the settings in Cura so that we can print things like this so that they come out a little bit better than previously with the default settings. So with these settings, as you can see, everything looks a little bit smoother, everything looks true to form, and there's not a lot of stringing except for that thing right there. And if there is, just use a Dremel or some other tool to make the lines more contour. This is Leo's. I'm not sure how you would fish with two poles in front of you. Oh, one would go, oh nice, there's a little spot for his fishing rod right here, his spare rod. Oh, that is really cool. This is what we printed. Amazing. I mean, the color, may not be ideal. Maybe I'll print this one in yellow. There's some stringing, but that's okay. You can take that off. But most of all, we're going to test it out and see if it actually flies. See if it'll let us do what we want to do. Amazing how it printed the fish. Look at the life jacket on top of the boat. All the detail. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to have your computer, whether it's Mac or PC, okay, and you want to make sure that you you go to these links that I'm going to provide for you in the description below. Okay, so let's see what we have. You're not going to see me because you're going to need the full screen experience. You'll see me in the end. I'll say goodbye, don't worry. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. So you're going to want to download the Cura application, right? And so this is a link in the description. As long as you click it, you'll be fine. And you just click download, okay? So it says download for free. Free, it's open source. You have your Mac, your PC, you choose whichever format is right for you. And then once you download it, put it wherever you want. In my case, I downloaded it where I needed to download it. And then once you download it, you should be able to open it, okay? So when you open it, there it is. It's 5.6.0. Okay, and this is what you see by default. Sometimes you won't see this. It might look like that, but that's okay. Okay. All right. So what you're going to do is you're like, wait, but my screen didn't have the setup. That's okay. I'm going to go into settings. Right. See, I have it right there. I have printer, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, right, on configuration. So if you have this screen, if you already installed it and have this, that's okay. I'm going to bring you back to the beginning. Okay, and it's usually when you click it and don't see it, it's probably in the back. See that? It just fell behind there. That's all. For some reason, it doesn't move forward to the front sometimes. That's part of, it's a glitch with the open source. So if you don't see it, just pull things back and then see what's happening, because it could. Chances are it's behind you. Like, see, look, see here, and I should be able to go into my preferences and configure, but it's not popping in the front. But that's okay. It's just minor glitch with the open source program. Settings, okay, printer. So you're gonna go here, add new printer. Okay. See, now we're going to create the new experience. Okay, make a printer. Okay, and everything's in alphabetical order. So see right here, this menu where it says, let's see, where is that? See, add non-networked printer. Okay, select that. See. And then this appears, and then of course we're not going to use one of these printers. We're going to use a Creality, right? So remember, everything's in alphabetical order. So just look for C, and then click that, and then the menu pops up, and ours will be. Whoops! You just got to it's really sensitive. And right here, the Creality Ender 3 S1, right? And then you have created under 3S1. For me, you just choose the one you have. For me, I'm choosing the Pro because I want it to be for my printer. All right, and you choose whichever Ender you have. This should be a universal settings. Click Add. See, voila. These settings are fine. So since the last update, I guess they saw many of the YouTube videos and decided to leave to change these. So now this works for me. But maybe it may not work for you for when it comes to the height, but all these by default are the same. And you click here, See that? And so we're going to look for G28. See where it says right there? G28. Okay. See that? Put your cursor in there so that it's flashing. Is your cursor flashing? Great. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change that, right, to, well, we're not going to change it. We're going to add. So just put capital G, right? G29. So you should see, whoops, look out for the emojis, right? And then put your cursor in. And so you should see that? G29. Make sure your caps are not locked. See that? Whoops. See? G28 and G29 together. All right? Do you have that? Just wait a second. Great. Okay? Now that you have that, we're going to click next. See? And then as you can see, it's right there. Not this one. This is the one from before. But you see it just shows it's right there. So I can click here. And then when you click on machine settings, see that? Voila. Everything's saved. Everything is there. And then, you know, you can go here, rename, right? So I'm going to call this one, for me, you can call it whatever you want. But just to avoid confusion for me, I'm going to call this one U2. You know, maybe you forgot to name it. All right, did you do that? Okay, you're like, wait, how did he do that? Again, right here, see the little hamburger menu? See that right there? Press it, then you can rename. See, not remove, rename. All right, so now that we're here, on here, the under 3S1 Pro, now I can go here to settings, leave it, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna go from the top and just work my way down slowly so that you can get it, you know, without having to be kind and rewind. All right, so we're gonna go right here. See right there, it says standard quality. Click it, okay? Now that we've clicked it, you're gonna see, this is what you should see. Print settings, profile, standard quality. By default, leave it for now. And now we're going to click here on the little cheeseburger or hamburger menu, right? You can call it whatever you want, but you want to make sure that when you press it, see, you have advanced, okay? Just select advanced. Okay, so now we're just going to go down. You see those little pop-up menus. There's no way to shut that off. If there is, you know, let me know. But I guess it comes in handy because if you're new to this, you need it. Okay, so leave quality. I wonder if I can shrink that. Yeah, nice. You see that? Now we're just going to go to walls. Okay. Wall line count. See, wall line count. We're just going to take that 2 out and put a 3. Okay. See, remember, wall line count 3. All right, don't worry about these little pop-up thingies. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add something because I don't see it. Minimum wall line width. Okay, so let's see. Type in minimum. Yep, it's right there. See, it's right here by default, but I don't see it. See, it's not there. It's not in the menu. So what you want to do is, let's say you can click here, and then this pops up. Okay, I'll go back to where I was. I'll close that in case I've moved too fast. See the walls? That menu is right there, and you just want to click on this thing right there. See, and then a new menu appears. Okay, so then we're going to go here. Don't worry about anything else, but just put your cursor in there and type in minimum, right? And we're looking for minimum wall line width. See right there. Okay. And it should appear now. See, look, now it's no longer, it's now part of the experience. And then we're going to add another thing, another line that says print thin walls. Okay, so now we're just going to delete this. I'm going to do print, right? Thin, see? And when it's unselected, it means it's not there. See, print thin walls. Voila. And see, look, I'm going to deselect it. Don't see it, but it should be there. Okay, probably when you quit the application, sometimes it doesn't appear. Remember, this is open source. Okay, so now if I close it, okay, so we're going to change this value right here. See, minimum wall line width, remember, by default is 0.34. We'll change that to 0.035. Okay, Whoops, not 35, that's what it was. 0.015. See that? 0.015. And I'll share with you where I got these from as we get closer to the end of the video. Okay? Okay. All right, so apparently it changed the values in other places too. All right, so then what we're going to do is see, I don't see the other option, print thin walls. There should be a checkbox, but it's not there. Okay, so we'll type in print, right, thin, see, and there it is. It should be in the walls, but it's not, but we selected it. But now if I delete this part right here, it should be there now. Okay, see, it's there. Sometimes when you populate values that weren't there, usually they'll reappear after you quit the app or after you change the settings or type something else, and sort of like it clears its cache. Okay, but it's there now, as you can see. Okay, and we're not changing anything else. All right, so now we're going to move down and see where it says top bottom right here. Okay, in case you can't see, top bottom. All right, whoops. And now what we're going to do is top layers. See where it says 0.8? You'll see this in the paper. It says 0.8, right? Remember, we're only going to change top layers, okay? So don't, see where it says 4, right? We're going to put 5, okay? It's right below 0.8. Just put a 5. Whoops. And sometimes, you might have to do that. And then just put 5. See, I put a 5 there. Remember, top layers 5. That's it. Okay. Now we're going to scroll down a little bit and go to materials, not infill, but materials. Okay. See right there, materials. See, because you can't see. All right. So we're only going to change 2 values here. The first one's going to be printing temperature initial layer. Okay. So not printing temperature, but whoops, right here, printing temperature initial layer. We're going to change that, and we're just going to put 205. Okay, again, see, printing temperature initial layer. All right, that one right here, 205. Got it? Okay, now we're going to change building plate temperature initial. Okay, building plate temperature. See, not that one. Building plate temperature initial layer. Okay, and we'll just change that to 65. All right, you got it? Great. So now we're going to move forward to speed. See, speed. This video is hopefully going a nice speed. Remember, this video is not for you if you want it to be fast. This video is going to be slower. All right, so again, speed, we're going to go initial layer speed. Let's see, so we just got to scroll down right here, initial layer speed. See that? Initial layer speed, and we're just going to change that to 15. Okay, you can take out the 1. I mean, you can take out the 2 and put a 1, or just however you want to do it. Some people like retyping it. You got that? Initial layer speed 15. Okay, and now skirt brim will be 25. Skirt brim will be 25. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go to travel. I love to travel. Retractions, make sure the box is selected, right? Enable retraction, see it's already there. All right. And then we're going to go to retraction speed, okay? See, retraction speed, they have 40, which is fine, and retraction distance will be 4. So again, see, retraction speed is 40, okay? And then we're going to look for retraction distance. See right there, it says 0.8. In the diagram, it says 0.8. But we're going to change that to 4. You could put a 3 in there. Between 3 and 4, ideally, is the best. I found these settings on GitHub. And there are others. I'll leave a link to those in the description in case you want to see what people are saying in the chats on there. Next, we're going to go, so remember, we are at travel, okay? So now we're going to go to build plate adhesion, right? So that should be further down. Cooling, we'll leave it. See, right here, build plate adhesion, right? All right, and that should be skirt, and then this one is 3. See that? Skirt line count 3. All right, so now we're going to go to special modes, right here. See, special modes. All right, so spiralize outer contour, so we're going to do that. Okay, and then smooth specialize contours, make sure that's selected. All right, and I believe that's it for our settings for this particular one. All right, so that should be good to go. Just remember to hit the save button so you could reuse these settings every time you want to print something. And they are recommended, but just, you know, by default, it's set to print a certain way out of the box, but apparently, according to forums, these settings are ideal, okay? All right, so now we'll just do this. Remember, this is for standard quality, okay? I'm just gonna close this, and then now we're going to open up our Chrome, okay? And as you can see, we downloaded the Cura app. This is some of the settings I got from GitHub. So apparently, as you can see, they took out this feature, which was fill gaps between walls, and then, you know, something about filter tiny gaps. So that's for Cura 4. So you might see another video online, but it's from Cura 4. There aren't many videos for Cura 5, okay? So as you can see, we added the minimum wall line width. Apparently we couldn't add it. Apparently it wasn't there. We had to add it. So it was hidden. Why they hid it, I don't know. They don't want you to have it. And then remember, we also selected print in walls, and there's some other discussions on the Reddit. I'll leave a link about all the other settings, and which, as you can see, according to people, you get this, right? And this with it. So hopefully, you know, this will work for you, because as you can see in the forum, in the chats, some people are saying, hey, you know, you saved my day, or, you know, someone tried setting it to 0, wouldn't let you. You know, we'll see. We'll test it out. So we'll leave it like that. We'll close that. So now we know that that works. So now what you want to do is you want to download, right? Download the Benchy. So as you can see, there are many different variations of repositories that you can download it from. Some of these I never heard of. I'm just going to go with I'm most familiar with. I'm just going to go with GitHub. Just download it. See? And it downloaded. So if I go here, you know, click on my downloads, open up my downloads folder. See, it's right there. There's my little Benchy it extracted. And I'm just going to put it on the desktop. See? It's right there. I can close my desktop window. And now I'm going to shrink this. And as you can see, my this is empty. So I'm going to open up the Benchy. I'm going to choose single part. Apparently there's a multi-part file. And I'm just going to take it and drag the Benchy right in there. And then just close it. And there's a little popular yellow boat. Now, it's going to print, but I don't have yellow filament. You know, I have the filament that I have, but maybe it looks like it's going to be yellow, but it's not going to be yellow. Maybe in the preview it'll give, yeah, maybe it'll be that color. I don't know, whatever color filament you have is what it's going to be. So now I should be able to click slice, hopefully, right? If all goes well. If not, I'll show you what to do. Slice, 43 minutes, look at that. Okay, save to disk. Yeah, why not? Save to disk. And I'm going to call this one YouTube. Whoops. YouTube. Okay. There we go. Call it YouTube. I believe that's the format. And then we're going to desktop, maybe new folder, right? I'm going to call my new folder 3D prints, right? That works well. 3D prints YouTube. Call it whatever you want, but I'm going to leave this up in GitHub if you like. Well, it shouldn't have to, because we can, but this will be in GitHub with the settings, so you can download it. Other than that, this thing is already on GitHub, but my settings that I'm using right now. Create. Okay, and then I'm going to select save. And voila. And now I can open it in Finder. You see, and there it is. So now you can take this, right, and drag it into your SD card, wherever your SD card is. Ah, there I am. Anyway, so I hope this video helped you get your Ender 3S1 Pro printer set up. We're going to see in the next part how this prints. So stay tuned for that video. You can click on it on the link in the description, wherever it's showing up on your screen. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.